Want to get artsy and say a bunch of like weird film. But I'm gonna just say my honest, my real truth. I'm just listening as I think of them.
All under pressure, turning Tommies into Django's, Sambos into Rambos, dumping ammos into tangos.
Adultification is like, it's not just like over sexualizing kids when they're young. It's also like thinking that they're ready to bear the pain or don't experience the pain that they do as children that adults do.
Let's talk about Starline by Chance the Rapper. Now, we all know how important the very first song is on an album. The intro to the song is arguably the most important song on any project. It's probably more important than the single. The Starside intro is one of the best intro songs from this year. It really sets the table for the sound and the vibe that we get throughout this entire album. Now, I am a Chance the Rapper fan and I have listened to a lot of his music, but this album, I really feel like he showcased his flow and his ability to write and his bars. Like, he had hella bars on this album. Chance the Rapper has this way of using his voice as an instrument to kind of match the production of the song, whether it be his high-pitched voice or going really low. His voice really matches the energy and the vibe of the song that you're listening to. I don't know if I could name 5 rappers that do that. It's almost like his voice is an extra instrument. As someone that moved around a lot, I love when rappers represent where they're from and really stand on it. Like, he loves Chicago, and you can hear that in the music and in the lyrics. He's also honest about Chicago. He's not going to lie about Chicago. He knows Chicago's not perfect, but like anything that we love, you love the good stuff and you love the bad stuff. And speaking of the good and bad of things that we love, the song Letters was a very harsh song towards the Black church, but the song was necessary. There has been a movement of Black millennials leaving the church, and Chance the Rapper speaks on that, speaks on why people are kind of turning away from that. Now, there are other songs where he speaks on being a Christian and highlighting his Christianity and his faith, but he also is aware enough to show that the church isn't perfect. And I love that honesty. Speaking on another song, The Negro Problem, probably one of the more powerful songs to ever be dropped in the history of hip hop. It is a little old school. Like, it reminds me of what Kanye West used to be when he would put out songs like Jesus Walks and Family Business and Roses. Chance the Rapper, you can hear that influence when you listen to that song. There's so much going on with this album. Even though it is a little bit over an hour long, it's still an easy listen because of the amount of different sounds that you get. There's house music, which was big in Chicago. There's R&B, there's neo soul, there's gospel influence. And even with all that, he still keeps it hip hop. Now, I will say, I'm not a fan of Trees being the single. Like, I kind of get why he picked that. I'm just not a super fan of that song. There's a part of me that wonders what it would look like if a rapper, maybe not as the lead single, but picked a song like Letters or Negro Problem and used that as a single, made a music video for that song. Like, Chance the Rapper is one of the more creative artists that we have out here. And I know that he would be able to really spread whatever message that he's trying to push with visuals and as a single. I will say this, if we're going to speak, and there's not a lot of negatives to this album, but if I'm going to nitpick a little bit, whenever I hear BJ the Chicago Kid on a song as a feature, in my head, I always think Anderson .Paak would have been a better choice. But I get it. BJ's from Chicago. He's an incredible artist. Every time I hear him as a feature, I'm just like, yeah, man, Anderson .Paak would have killed that vocally and on the production. Like, with his drum patterns, it just would have been better, respectfully. And when you listen to an album with features from Vic Mensa, Joey Badass, Lil Wayne, and Smino, to have a 17-year-old Baby Chief do it, have the standout feature, that is an incredible feat. I had never heard of Baby Chief Keef until this album. He really shined on that verse. Like, very impressive, especially being 17. And having actual, like, real live rappers on this album, he really stood out. And whether it be about self-love, relationships, religion, how the medical system treats black pain, living in Chicago, Chance the Rapper had something to say. It had been over 5 years since his last solo album, and this was well worth the wait. And I'm glad that he went out, lived some life, had some experience, and came back with a message and just really put out an incredible body of work. And if you told me that this was the best rap album of 2025, I don't think I'd argue with you.
Thanks for watching, babe. Make sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel.
You made it this far. If you have not liked the video at this point, what are you waiting for? Just like the video. Hit the like button right now. I'm talking to you. Make sure you like the video and subscribe and drop a comment. All that stuff. This is a threat. Not a threat, a warning. But it could be a threat. Just do it.